The moment those words left my mouth, the world around me froze. Sunlight shimmered across the quiet countryside, a soft summer breeze moving through the grass, yet inside my chest everything felt tight, trembling and uncertain. She stood there with both hands resting on her visibly rounded belly, her eyes soft but unreadable. I swallowed hard, my heartbeat loud enough to drown out the rustling leaves. The question I had carried for months finally burst out of me, raw, terrified and hopeful. And her answer, that calm, almost teasing reply, felt like the ground beneath me shifted. If you believe in kindness, second chances, and stories that heal broken hearts, please like, comment, share, and subscribe to Heartbeat Tales. Your support keeps these emotional journeys alive. My name is Rian Older, a simple carpenter living in a small rural town where everyone knows everyone, but no one really knows the storms you carry inside. And she, Marissa Vale, was the storm I never saw coming. Months ago, after a long season of heartbreak for both of us, we shared a night neither of us planned. A night carved out of loneliness, comfort, and a tenderness neither of us admitted out loud. She left the next morning with a forced smile and the words, "Let's just forget it," but I couldn't. Not when she slowly began avoiding everyone. Not when whispers around town began saying she was pregnant. And not when she started changing. Softer, quieter, carrying something heavy behind her eyes. Still, she never said anything to me. Until today. I had rehearsed my question 100 times. I had prepared myself for her hatred, her disappointment, her shock. I had imagined anger, tears, denial, confession, everything except the playful, heart-slowing answer she gave me, "No, I just ate too much." For a moment I genuinely couldn't breathe. She lifted one eyebrow at my stunned expression, her lips curling into the smallest, gentlest smile I had seen in a long time. Then the smile faded, her eyes lowered, and I finally understood. She was afraid. The truth wasn't in her words. It was in her trembling hand resting protectively over her belly. It was in the exhaustion written across her face. It was in her silence. And suddenly, I knew she wasn't rejecting me. She was protecting herself, protecting the child, protecting the fragile life she had built after being abandoned by someone she once trusted. I stepped closer to her, not too close, just close enough that my sincerity could reach her without touching her walls. The wooden fence beside us creaked softly, the farmland stretching out behind her glowing in the warm afternoon sun. She didn't look at me, but I could see her chest rise and fall, uneven and fragile. In that moment, I told her softly, not with words she could run from, but with a vow she couldn't mistake, that I wasn't going anywhere. I wasn't the man who left her shattered months before. I wasn't going to vanish. I wasn't going to pretend. I wasn't going to let her raise a child alone, if the child was mine, and even if it wasn't. Her shoulders trembled. A tear slipped down her cheek. Then suddenly the words she had held back, maybe for months, broke free. She confessed she had been terrified, that she wasn't sure whether she could trust anyone again, that she didn't want her child to grow up feeling unwanted like she once had. And worst of all, she admitted she didn't tell me because she didn't want to burden me with a responsibility I never asked for. Those words stabbed deeper than the uncertainty ever could, because the truth was, I had wanted that responsibility. From the moment I saw her belly begin to grow, I found myself silently hoping, praying, that the child was mine. Not because I wanted to replace the past, but because I wanted a chance to build something good, something lasting, something that wasn't shaped by regret, but by choice. Marissa finally looked up at me, her eyes full of fear and hope tangled together. And in that moment she whispered the words that shattered and rebuilt me at the same time. "Yes, Rian, the baby is yours." The sunlight suddenly felt warmer. The world seemed fuller. The emptiness inside me, the loneliness I carried for years, faded like a shadow retreating from the morning light. I reached out slowly, giving her time, and when she nodded, I placed my hand gently over hers on her belly. I felt life. I felt responsibility. I felt purpose bloom inside me in a way I had never known. We stood there in the open daylight, not hiding anymore. No more running, no more silence, no more fear dictating our choices. Just two broken people choosing to try again, choosing to raise a child with love, choosing hope over pain. If this story touched your heart, please like the video, subscribe to Heartbeat Tales, and share your thoughts in the comments. Your engagement helps these emotional stories reach others who may need them. Special request, comment, "Hope lives here," if you believe every broken heart deserves a second chance.